Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80. 54. Stay with your man.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's go one more.
First and 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Yellow. Let's go, blue 80.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He is going to find Hill here. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go on, 80. Watch the slats. Watch yellow.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. He had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? And he's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Go! First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready. Black, what is that?
Get your swerve on. Tighten up. Hey, switch gears.
Check 37. Where do we go?
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Winston over the middle here to Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Ready?
Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to. We still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. leverage guys, win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the gun, Winston going up top. And that will be incomplete. Now, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Now McCord. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
54 miles. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Mahomes now on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. For the younger fans watching this, you might think Vikings, Chiefs, and not see a lot of history in this game. But this is part of the NFL 100 series because these two teams met way back in Super Bowl IV with the Chiefs winning their first and only Super Bowl title. The Vikings, of course, still yet to win a title, even though they made it 4 times to the final game back in that time period. They were in Super Bowl 4, 8, 9, and 11, but went 0 for 4 in those affairs. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
What we got?
Mahomes to throw once more. He's got a first down past the 30, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
This is McCoy. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Easy.
He's coming, he's coming. Wildville.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Fire down these two.
Go.
Hey, 57.
54.
Mahomes Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive play,
Stephon Diggs. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Watch the twist.
They'll run with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's get it.
Jameis to throw it. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
they certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Yellow.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Higgins. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
17 more yards.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keep setting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Mahomes firing complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
You don't want no problem from me.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd 6.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now it's Mahomes again. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Way to go. That's what I'm talking about.
Travis Kelsey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Man out.
Winston. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down. Jameis now on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again with Winston. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
He don't want it. Check 4. Watch that.
Check. Crunch.
Following the interception, Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hey, 5-0. 24. Check 24.
Throwing, Winston. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Even.
Final play of the half here. Winston. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the slant.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
They run it again with Cook.
He's checking. He's checking.
Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I know you felt that.
Play fake. Winston. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it's Chiefs football, first and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys are picking it off. They're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And some room to roam now. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Good job.
LaShawn McCoy with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Vikings 13. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
You got nothing.
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and
I'm
6.
coming. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marched off another 15 against your squad.
15.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Come off the ball hard. 36. Check 3. Kill.
They start the drive with Cook. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
5-0.
Mike's 59.
On play action, Winston. Over the middle to Smith. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Coming after you.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
We haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged.
And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Here's Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
A loss of 16 yards. It's second down.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Mike, 53, Mike.
5 on the 50.
Watch safety green.
5 on the 50. Ready to go.
Safety green.
Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Winston lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 55 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He can't hang. 57. He's not going to get me.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He's got it up to the 15. Showed off some fancy footwork there on the play. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Fight down these two. Fight down these two. Let's go, Wally! Come on. Hey, color.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's got Higgins over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He got 29 yards that time. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, watch that.
10th carry now for McCoy.
Here we go, here we go.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, baby.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes over the middle, complete. It's Wells. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
Watch the safety creep.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Pass. Flip it, flip it, flip it. 53, let's go. Check 53.
To throw is Winston. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now Winston on 4th down. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? You don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He's crashing.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. Jameis to throw it. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Winston now. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 21. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll go again to McCoy. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Yellow.
Mike 54. Mike 54. It's been a long day for you.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Yellow.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.